So we start off the movie in space and we see this gigantic, is it an egg? Is it a potato? Nah, but in all seriousness, this gigantic rock, and these people start to open it up with a laser and they take the other half away and the camera pans, and I'm not gonna lie, first time seeing this, I did not know what the hell I was looking at. Bro, I was watching this on my laptop. I literally had to turn on the flash on my phone just to see. But we go over to our main character looking at a sunset, but it was all just a dream, looking disappointed as hell. I've been there before, but instead I'm not dreaming about having money. Nah, I'm digging in them cheeks, but just to wake up and see this, man, take me back. And while she was in the cafeteria eating, her brother shows up and says,
You hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? He needed space.
man, you corny. I don't ever want to hear you tell me a joke, a pun, not even a quote, nigga.
Because I'm on this seafood diet. Like seafood, I eat it.
I honestly thought it couldn't get any worse. This nigga really doubled down. Hit us with another one, my guy. Please.
Please! No!
But we cut to them moving and they go over to the Office of Colony Affairs, where old girl is trying to get her documents sorted out so she is free to go. She is trying to go to a different planet and she's worked so hard to be able to, but this lady denies it, cuts her off. And when we cut back to her brother, my man is getting straight jumped by kids. And for those who have not watched any Alien movie, my guy is basically a robot. That's the simplest way to put it. After helping him up, they sit there in disappointment but start to get a call from the homie, and he tells them to come over because they got a plan.
Let the blind miner fall down the well. You haven't seen that well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. At this point, I almost turned off the movie. Ain't no way they hit us with the triple. My guy, stop! Nobody cares! If I see any type of human being laughing at that lie, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You gonna have to get aired out. Ain't no way. They get inside and start to get debriefed. And oh gosh, this is gonna be a long explanation, but bear with me, guys. Bear with me. So my guy explains to them that they managed to track an abandoned spacecraft that is floating above their planet, and that it might have sleeping pods for them because the planet they want to go to would take 9 years to get there. So they were thinking of going up and checking, and the reason he called for them is because they need her brother Andy to be able to access certain parts of the craft. That was actually way simpler than I thought.
But anywho,
Sending my brother up there. No.
Yo, your brother, where is he? Yo, shut the fuck. It's true, though, is it?
What?
No.
Early. Y'all already know how my videos go, right? Each and every one where I cover a movie like this, there will always be that one character that will somehow piss me off to the extent of hatred and already off rip. This one. This thing. And obviously she was not about to take that disrespect, and she tries to leave, but my boy comes over here and convinces her, and they start to head out.
You too?
This man really smiling like, haha, I got him with that one. Nigga! Like, I don't know about y'all, but when I look at him, I just feel hatred. No, whoa, that's kind of racist a little bit. Hold on. So while they're flying, heading towards the craft, they realize that they only have 36 hours before this thing hits the ring around the planet. So if that, it basically means they got to hurry the hell up and finish their job quickly. These three go in and start to look around for the pods, and when they find it, my boy looks at it and sees that this thing only has enough fuel for 3 years, and remember, it takes 9 years to get to where they need to go. Instead of heading back and giving up on the mission, they decide to look around the ship for fuel. And when we go back to the girls, we see this girl go into the bathroom and start vomiting up, and the other girl goes out to check on the pods, but while they were talking, she tells her that she's pregnant by some dude. It's crazy to see. Even in space, niggas said, I'm not paying for no child support, shawty.
You fool!
And I'ma say it again. Fuck wrong with them. But we go back to the boys and they get into this lab and start looking around for the fuel. And while they were trying to open it up, they activate an emergency alarm and Andy tried to open the door, but my boy does not have the access and they try to open it, but it does not budge. So it forces the girls to come down and try to help them. But while they were waiting, my boy Andy starts to walk around and check the room and sees... Nigga! What the fuck is that? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Just take me out, gang. Ain't no way. But the girls arrive and give them a chip and they start to put it in Randy's module and my boy starts tweaking. Look at him. Hey. I'm not saying anything, but does this face not look familiar? The boys will know what I'm talking about. But in the middle of that, the camera pans to one of these things literally falling out and going into the water.
Bitch, you got me fucked up. You can suck my left nut.
Wait a minute, I said one? Nah, scratch that. A bunch of these things crawling out and falling into the water. And they start to swim around their feet. And one of them literally taking them down, bruh. My guy started to drown. Bro, it's only 1 foot. Get up. And when he starts to back up.
Smash.
Spread eagle to catch your prey. You a freaky, nigga. And it goes on his face, trying to put its dang-a-lang in his mouth. Shall point, get his day out your mouth. And he throws it off of him, hitting the door. And when my guy tried to check up on Andy, oh nah, it's over. Going on his face and and it makes it even worse because this is the literal next frame. Bro, this movie is freaked out. And he goes to his homie, electrocuting this thing straight off his face. But my guy passes out, hitting the water. And when he tried to check up on his homeboy, bro, this thing does not give up. And I'm not gonna hold you, even though I do not like this man. He was straight moving. Look at this. Straight punted the nigga. Okay. Guy on the floor starts to wake up and one of them literally almost jumping on his face, but my boy Andy wakes up catching it. Okay, he's snapping. He manages to open the door and just listen to this.
Bitch, are you dumb? Pardon me? Are you dumb?
Bro, who are you talking to? No, Bimbo!
That shit done pissing me off. How are you that fun?
Like, people like this just pissing me off, my guy. You see us running out the door and you're still standing there. Like, bro, anything that comes to you, deserved. Next, the door closes, but one of them managed to slip through. And I want you to guess who's the person this thing catches. I'll give you a second. You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna give you a second. It's obvious. Had me straight smiling, straight enjoying myself, but you deserve this. You should kill yourself now. And they even try to get it off of her, but this thing just starts choking her even more, so they stop. And with none of them knowing what the hell this thing is or what it's doing to her, they activate this robot and it starts to explain to them what the hell the scientists and people were doing on this craft.
Do to help her.
You don't help her, you run.
That has got to be the best advice that I've ever heard from any character in these type of movies. You don't help her, you run. And when I heard that, I was like, yes sir, this nigga's spitting.
Damn, nigga.
Get out. However you got it.
This man doesn't miss. Did have mercy and end her life now. Yes sir, this nigga is really spitting.
Damn, nigga.
But with this man being the pinnacle of ass, obviously it's not gonna do that. Like, if I was this girl and this thing was putting its seeds in my stomach, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, take me out. I don't want to live. And when my guy is explaining to them that something is gonna come out of her, my guy asks the question, what's gonna go out of her?
What the fuck?
Like I said 2 seconds ago, my guy, take me out. This is gonna come out of my body? But after yapping for a long time, they start to freeze this thing's tail and it lets go of her, and they managed to get it off of her, but when she wakes up, she started tweaking. And even though they're celebrating, my boy tells them the bad news, that there's a 60% chance that the thing already finished its job and the eggs are already inside of her. And my boy Andy gets in front of them, trying to stop them from going back to the ship for her own good, and they gotta put her out of misery. But this guy, again, being the pinnacle of booty, shocks my guy, sending him flying back, and he takes her away, running back to the ship.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you.
But when my guy Andy wakes up, he locks in and starts hooking them down, literally holding the door with his bare hands. But even with my guy Randy locked in, they still managed to close the door right in front of his face, and this man literally left his friends back on the craft. And while they're leaving, we cut to Olga, and you can literally see her straight tweaking. And with her spazzing out, she kicks the controls, making the ship go haywire and going into the craft. But unfortunately, it was too late for her. Her chest opens with this thing emerging. My guy, I told you! But because the ship bumped on the side of the craft, they literally changed the axis of this thing, so they only have 47 minutes before it crashes into the ring of the planet. Oh my gosh. They start to head towards where their homies crashed, but while they're going there, but my boy Andy starts to explain to them that these things can only see you because of your heat signature and the fact that they can only hear. So they start to change the temperature in the room to match theirs so they can move in there invisibly. They open the doors and start to quietly move through there, but we go back to this girl coming down the stairs and starts walking. But while she was walking, she sees this, I don't even know what the hell that even is. Now, if I was to sit here and assume that this was a bussy, y'all would be looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, come on, bruh, look at it.
Weird, buddy. You're weird.
And while she was trying to retreat and walk back, my guy grabs her mouth and tells her to shh. It's gonna be okay. And this man, showing once more being the pinnacle of ass, tries to electrocute this thing. Like, bro, are you stupid? Use your common sense. This man was literally right there when the robot was explaining that this thing basically has acid for blood, but still proceeds to do the most zero IQ move I done ever seen. Like, bro, take me out, gang. I'm tired of this. And to no one's surprise, it obviously didn't work. And even when the girl literally tells him, let's go, he still stands there. Like, but sometimes you just can't save these hoes. Like, bro, what are you doing? You're stupid. And it stabs him in the eye, rightfully so, and he falls to his knees when the Lord came. And with its blood pouring on top of him, I mean, y'all can guess what happens next. The nigga dies. Standing ovation. I never thought I would ever see this day come. And with the pussy starting to open up, she tries to get out of there, but there is no key, so she starts to communicate to the others through the radio. And because my man was whispering, these things start to close up on them, but she manages to find the key, open the door, falls down, and my boy Andy tells them to
Run.
and they start moving, literally dodge, peep the weave. And while they were running, my boy Andy closes the door, but he slides in the nick of time. And while we're here, I'm not gonna lie, bro, Andy, my favorite character so far. This man is a GOAT. They get to the goal, and my boy Andy was about to open the door, but he looks up and just sees this thing lurking, waiting for them to open just so it can strike this high IQ and nigga. And my guy is straight pleading with Andy to open it, but my guy is not budging. It's either her and the baby or all of us, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm choosing all of us. Here's a word of advice for all of you that are watching this video. Never be an apocalyptic event with me. I'm the first person that's gonna drop you if you're useless. And if you do the same to me, that's tough, my guy. And this thing, losing its patience, stabs her and takes her away, but that was not a confirmed kill. And after that, they had to keep it moving, and she asks him a question. Like, I'm not gonna lie, niggas just be so emotional. Like, god damn, bruh. They get to this lab, and instead of me just going on and explaining, just look at this rat. This robot, by using these things' DNA, managed to create a serum that is able to do that for human beings. And my boy Andy's new mission is to take that to the colony. But just when he was about to open the door, she told him to stop and look at the camera. This thing is straight lurking. So my boy Andy gives them their guns and they start to strap up and prepare. But while they were walking, they start to move past this, I don't even know what this is, but you just see a whole bunch of people's dead corpses, and they find the girl and she is still alive. And just before he was about to give him the serum, she tells him, nah, we gotta just go back to the ship and give her proper treatment. She doesn't trust it. And just when they were about to leave, you just hear a loud screech coming from the hallway. So they start to back the hell up and run away. And tell me if you see it. And when it goes in to stab her, my boy jumps in front of it. And while Andy was coming in to assist, my boy gets punted away and he started spazzing. And this thing drags my guy to his demise, bringing him to the top, getting in front of his face. And when he looks to his side, you just see a bunch of these things crawling his way. So my boy, the last thing he does, trying to shoot them, but this thing just eats his eyeball. And when she turns around to check up on Andy, this one is standing on top of him, lurking like my dog. We see you, gang! And for some reason, this thing just overforms and let the small ones chase after them instead. Like, who you think you are, Piccolo? But she activates the elevator just in the nick of time and they start to escape. But we cut back to Andy laying down straight folded in defeat, in distraught. It's looking terrible. But she stops the elevator and gives her the samples and tells her that she needs to get out of here with her cryopod and the colony will find her. While she goes back for Andy. Which I'm not gonna lie, if you even thought of leaving him, I was gonna curse you out this entire video. But hey, you cool now. And I'm not gonna lie, bruh, everything would have been cool, would have been Gucci, would have been alright. But people, of course, want to be idiots because she takes one of the samples and stabs herself. Why am I not shocked? Why am I not surprised? But we cut to the girl and she opens the door and starts to sneak her way to Randy's body. And I'm not gonna lie, why is the music this loud? Like, I'm not gonna lie, bruh, I'm gonna need y'all to chill with that. She goes over to his body and takes out the chip that basically made my man a Terminator, and he starts to sleep. But you just hear the ship through the intercom telling them that they only have 7 minutes left before the entire thing crashes into the ring. And he starts to wake up, but he's not the only one. Nigga, what the fuck? They start to move, but the door won't open. And even when she asks this robot to open the door, my man is talking about some, I'm sorry, I cannot intend to risk the company.
Man, you stupid bitch!
But even though they were backed into a corner, my girl starts to use her brain and turns off the gravity, locks herself in and starts laying the heat, taking them down one by one just before she was out of ammo. But that caused a problem because even when they were all downed, their blood is literally floating in zero gravity. And remember what their blood is: acid. So they start to float and maneuver their way past the acid blood. They get to the elevator, but because there's no gravity, it's not gonna work. So they close the door, and when they jump up, this thing grabs her leg. But she shoots its arm, losing the gun, but opening a hole for this thing to slip through. But while she was trying to reach Andy, the gravity turns on and she falls down, but the elevator also coming down, but my boy Andy stops it. And while she was falling, this thing catches her, gets in her face. But with the gravity turning back on, the acid literally putting a hole in the craft, and a whole bunch of air just started to get sucked out. But when she looks down, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro, just take me out, gang, ain't no way. But my boy Andy lets go of the elevator and it crushes most of these things going down, and it stops the air from coming in. But just when you thought it was over, like at this point, bro, I don't even know what I would do with this situation. But y'all are just ugh. And just when this thing was about to take her out, my boy Andy comes from the top rope, shooting them down and tells them to
Get away from her. You bitch.
okay, Andy, I see you. Another reason why he's my favorite character. They get to the ship, get out of there, and we just see this thing crash right into the ring. And this is usually where the video would end, but I'm afraid to tell you, it gets worse. Because when she goes to check up on her friend, she opens the pod and all you see is her literally giving birth. And this thing coming out of her poom poom is not a baby. I repeat, not a baby. She breaks the cord, takes it away, but drops it because of the acid. And just when she was about to air that little baby out, it goes down, but she follows it. And when she gets to the shell, you just see nothing. And Andy arrives and sees her sitting down, and when he turns around,
Man, you stupid bitch! Oh. Hell no! Love of God! For the love of God!
yeah, ain't no way, bro. I'm turning this off, bro. You just murked my favorite character. Nah, I'm out. I'm gonna see y'all soon.
You're gonna knock the door for your girlfriend, and the dad's gonna answer. Show me how it's done. Make me proud. The hood. Taking my daughter out with the hood on. Who, if ever. Do that again. Beatboxing on the door. You too comfortable already. You've not been here before. Who's knocking? You trying to make a rap album? What you trying? Do it again, please.
Yo, you good?
Hell no. Hell, spudding me. I wish you would. I wish you would try spud me. I wish ever.
Hi, is Ebony there?
Yeah. Now what? You ain't even told me who you are. You ain't even said hello, mister. Yeah, Ebony's here. Now what?
It's a mode, tryna put me on the first link. Can we take it slow? I be running out the back by the time they at the door. How you go behind my back? You supposed to be my bro. Fucked you this last night, but I swear I didn't know. You throw that on my name, they ain't know that I would grow. Take a trip to get the drugs, every time it's for the low. Says he wants some new shoes, swear that's all she care about. Brody rode away.